Hare Krishna, Namaste, Chapter 18, which is entitled as Sannyāsa Yoga. Sloka 7, Part 2. Niyatasya tu sannyāsaḥ karmaṇo nopapadyate mohāt tasya parityāgas tāmasaḥ parikīrtitaḥ. Prescribed duties should never be renounced. If one gives up his prescribed duties because of illusion, such renunciation is said to be in the mode of ignorance. We are in the first sloka of the set of 3 slokas where it talks about tāmasaḥ, where one gives up the action itself, doesn't perform yajna, dana, tapasya, panchamahāyagyas, etc. Why does these people give up? Because they think these are useless, therefore need not be performed, rather than understanding that these karmas really going to benefit them spiritually. They think that this is going to entangle them materially. Therefore, they do karma parityāgas, give up the activities itself. They don't understand without performing what's mentioned in the scripture, one cannot survive. Let's take the example of Arjuna. Arjuna says he wanted to give up the prescribed duties. He said, Krishna, I will give up all these karmas. Again, in this context, karma means not the reaction. Karmas means actions, activities which are prescribed as per one's varnashrama dharma. So Arjuna says, I will give up all these karmas. In response, Krishna asks Arjuna, then how will you maintain yourself, your body? Remember Arjuna? Way back in chapter 3, sloka 8, I mentioned to you that sharira yatrapi cha te na prasiddhyet akarmanah. One cannot even maintain one's physical body without work. Arjuna's response is, well, why not? I can maintain my body by eating. Why should I work? Krishna says, my dear Arjuna, you cannot eat if you are not doing your karma, your duties. Arjuna says, how does that relate to my eating? Why I need to do my karmas, my prescribed duties, to eat? Krishna says, well, because you must earn money through proper means, and that money has to be used to purchase the ingredients for yajna. In the yajna, the food has to be offered. That which is offered in the sacrifice for the satisfaction of the Lord becomes prasadam, which then should be consumed by you to maintain your life. Arjuna says, well, that's a long program. I have a short program. Just simply eat. Why even we have to offer to the Lord? In that way I will be able to maintain my body. Krishna says, well, yes, you can eat. The mouth is not going to differentiate whether what it receives is a prasadam that is offered or not. So therefore, yes, you can eat without offering to the Lord. But again, remember what I said in the 3rd chapter, 13th sloka. Bhunjate te tvaham papa ye pachanti atma karanat. That which you eat without offering to me is simply sin, papa. You verily eat only sin. Arjuna's response is, so what? Still, my body is being maintained. It doesn't matter whether I am eating prasadam or anything else. My body will be maintained. Which is what the question that you asked, how are you going to maintain your body? I said by eating. By eating anything. Krishna's response is, well, then you're missing out where we started. the starting point on our goal. The goal is to attain the spiritual world. But if you eat food which is not offered, then it becomes moksha virodhi, meaning an obstacle, an enemy to your moksha. You will not be able to attain liberation from this material world. That was the initial goal set, and you were so very eager to know how to achieve that goal. Now you will not be able to achieve that goal because you are not eating the food that has been offered to the Lord, to me. The whole program is collapsed. So one must follow the dharma. As a grahastha, as a householder, part of dharma is to earn money in proper means. With that money, perform worship of the Lord, Supreme Lord. Part of worship is to offer sattvic food to the Supreme Lord. When that yaga is completed, then you perform anuyaga, meaning honor the prasadam which is offered to the Lord. By consuming the prasadam, the sattva guna grows. When the sattva guna grows, one develops proper buddhi, intelligence. When the intelligence is sharpened, one will desire for moksha, and this will help for one to achieve their goal, to attain liberation. Therefore, if you are not going to eat prasadam, it will completely collapse the whole program. If you are eating food that is not offered, then you will get into rajoguna and tamoguna, which will further entangle you into the material pool. Then Arjuna's response is, well, then I will not eat. If eating requires so much of effort that I have to earn in a proper means and buy things and then do the yajna and offer the food, and then I have to consume that food, there's a lot of things involved here. Therefore, better, I think, is not to eat. By not eating, I will give up my life and attain moksha. Krishna smilingly said, no, Arjuna, you can't do that. Just by dying, not that one will attain moksha. You should eat. Arjuna says, why I must eat? Well, so that you can perform your karmas to attain moksha. Well, simply I will starve and die, then I will attain moksha. No, you cannot, Arjuna, you cannot. You don't have a right to kill yourself by such means. Just by killing yourself doesn't make you qualify to attain moksha. It is not that anyone and everyone who dies attains moksha. Again, death is not an eligibility for one to attain liberation. It is the lifestyle, it is the activities that they performed during their lifetime which defines whether they are eligible or not. Well, what about sattvika food? But I don't need to get into the program of offering. Will that help Krishna? Arjuna, you're missing the point. By eating food which are not offered will increase viparita jnana, weird contradictory knowledge, which again will lead you further down into this material pool. You better go back to 17th chapter, Sloka 7, 8, 9 and 10 and recollect what has been told about food. Krishna, please help me. How is such offered food and doing my karma related? Well, if you don't do your karma, then you can never obtain such food to maintain yourself. When you consume the food which is offered, it increases sattva guna and decreases the rajoguna and tamoguna. When tamoguna and rajoguna are reduced, our lower nature is also reduced. When the lower nature is gone, one stops committing sins. When one continues to be in the mode of goodness, the sins that stays as obstacles will be removed. Then one is enlightened with proper knowledge. Think on right direction towards me. Your thoughts, speech and action will also be in the mode of goodness. Your focus on me will be without distraction, and you will be able to perform your devotional service towards me without any difficulties, without any mental interruptions, and finally attain me at the end of your life. Therefore, Arjuna, understand the importance that the karma leads one towards bhakti with proper knowledge. It is called bhakti rupa jnana. Then Arjuna asked, then why do we see some or even many give away their prescribed duties, their karmas? Krishna says, they are doing so due to mohāt, due to mode of ignorance, in illusion. That is because of tamoguna, thinking that these karmas entangle one further. That's how they think wrongly. That is because of mohāt. They think that which is good to be bad, that which is bad to be good, thinking dharma to be adharma and adharma to be dharma. Didn't I explain this to you in the 14th chapter, 17th verse, Arjuna? Pramādo moho tamaso bhavato jnanam evacha. From the mode of ignorance develop foolishness, madness and illusion. Because of their increased tamoguna, their knowledge, the contradictory knowledge, is also increased, developed further. We have experience with some people when we tell them that please take up Krishna consciousness seriously, please chant, please study the scriptures, eat prasadam, and these people think as a threat to their freedom. They think I can do anything that makes me comfortable and then still attain the Lord. Therefore, I don't need to follow all these things. So to conclude, a type of tyaga is known as tāmasaḥ when one abandons their karmas due to their weird understanding, thinking the right things to be wrong ones and wrong ones to be the right ones. In the next sloka, Krishna is going to explain about rajasa tyaga. Niyatasya tu sannyāsaḥ karmaṇo nopapadyate mohāt tasya parityāgas tāmasaḥ parikīrtitaḥ. Namaste. Hare Krishna.